Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Nick's Toy Box. Today I'm going to be looking at the SideShow exclusive Hot Toy Star Wars Darth Revan from the Legends line. Not from like a Knights of the Republic line. They're calling it Legends for the extended universe from Star Wars video games. Was very excited when this and Starkiller got announced. So, immediate pre-order for me. I did get the one with the coin, which I'll talk about briefly. Me, I'm a sucker for stuff like that, so I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how everybody's going to feel about it. That's kind of here or there. I like this purplish pink that they have on the box for the outside. It really pops. It wasn't a color I was expecting to see on there, but seeing it really just adds like some vibrance to it, which I think is really cool. You get your typical looking, standard box. Opening it, I really liked opening this because it had that really cool art insert, which I don't know if I got with my Vader. I had to go back and look, but seeing it was really, really cool. It really felt like a special opening. I feel like people who got this figure probably are huge fans of that lore, and we wish we could see more of it, so it's just cool to see it getting some recognition in the Hot Toys line. Really cool. I kind of thinking about like framing that. Just because I think it looks really cool. So here you go, you're getting your normal little box once you get in here. No, like, display box like you get with some of the Marvel line. But that's fine. I mean, like, it gets shoved away in my closet anyways. So there's the coin that we're talking about. We're going to go through all the accessories and we'll work our way over to the coin. He's not really lacking on accessories, which is really cool. Got some really cool hands. You get your two sabers, and then they're, like, swooshing ones. You get the base that's like really cool because you can put the stand almost anywhere on there, so posability options are pretty much limitless. And then you get the normal hilts and the wired hilts, and like I said, you also get the coin for this one, which I'll dive into a little bit more. Really happy with the amount of accessories. Sometimes you don't always get a bunch of stuff, so it's cool that we did. We'll go over the coin a little bit before I dig into like anything else. It's metal. It has a little bit of weight to it. But it's just a little coin. There's not like a whole lot to it. I wish it would maybe have like something numbered on it, or just something that makes it seem a little bit more rare. It's also not promising. That it doesn't seem like they're not even doing it anymore with some figures that have been announced. But whatever, I like it. I'll add it to my collection. And then here he is right out of the box, and I love him. His helmet, I can't get enough of. That red on there is just so nice. And it, the red really goes well against like that kind of bronze look. And then of course the amount of black that's on there. I don't think this is going to be an issue for everybody, but a heads up, one of my arms was like twisted completely the wrong way. So when I went to do some posing, like you see here, I would have snapped him had I not peeled up his cloth and noticed it. So just keep that in mind. I thought maybe it was a stiff joint, but I was like, well, let me just double check before I do any irreparable damage. I'm sure glad I did. But man, check out like this sculpting work on the gloves and on his wrists. I mean, on everything. It's the attention to detail is out of the park. Really, really love him. Like, he's a pretty simple figure, like when you think of somebody like Vader. So seeing the amount of detail is really cool. They're going to do stuff on the back of his helmet too, not just leave it bland, which I really gotta love. I know some people kind of have a love-hate relationship with this hood. I think once you actually pull it over him and kind of pull it down once it's over, it's really not as ugly as people are making it out to be. I have had no issues with it. These shoulder plates and even like the ones underneath the pants and stuff that you really can't see, but they're still there, is really cool. Love the attention to detail. The wiring and the cape and the damage on the cape is so freaking cool. The whole like belt around his waist is so nice. Really beefy and sturdy. It does limit posability. But he's kind of one of those guys that, like, I'm not trying to get crazy poses out of. I just want him to have a power stance similar to that of Vader. Now, Starkiller, when he comes in, hoping to see more posing. But that's not about him today. Let's talk about Revan. Really, I could go on and on about, like, the molds and the sculpting on him. But I'd rather do some posing. Check him out. So this is him, just doing a pretty standard thing with his one saber out and then doing, like, the force hand. Kind of move some light around just so you can get some see the different options that you can work with and what you have. I love them. Like I said, get some lights here and there just so you can get some different stuff and just see what you can do if you have some really cool lighting. It was really hard to decide between like both sabers out or having like a force hand just because he's so menacing. So, do some different posing here. And here he is with both of his sabers activated. I think this is a really cool stance. I might end up going back and changing how I have him on the shelf now after looking at this. Just because something like this is really cool. I'll be honest, not a big fan of like the swooshing effect. I think in some work, if you're doing like some photography, it can work out well. But I think for shelf posing, it's just kind of a ugh to me. So you're going to see more of these than anything else. I do love that his sabers, can be hooked on the belt. Really, really cool. Because then you can get some other stuff of him just standing or, however you want. He doesn't always have to have the sabers ignited. But you got to see him with sabers. And I have to show you him with the little like swooshing effect. I could do something more with it if I really felt like I wanted to. I just really didn't want to. Just because I'm not a huge fan of it. So I didn't put that much effort into it. You can do it. I think it works. I just don't like it. So, all in all, I love this figure. We're just going to be looking at some of the different posing that I did with him. And then, he comes with the lighted versions, which you're going to see here. My shelf display is almost always lit. So, these aren't really going to do a whole lot on my shelf. I think it is cool. Still wired. Hiding the wire can be a bit of a mess. But, whatever. I probably won't ever really have them lit up unless I want to do some really cool photography. But for my shelf, he'll have the normal ones. Anyways, do you have this figure in your collection? Are you getting them? How do you feel about them? Have you had issues with the hood? Or anything you wish they would have done differently? Or anything you would have wanted me to cover? I'm still getting kind of my feet wet with the whole reviewing Hot Toys and other figures. So let me know. But otherwise, I really appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, turn on the notification bell, all those words. All right, later.